Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, this is SocialTherapyMagPodcast, and we got a new host on SocialTherapyMagPodcast, and she goes by the name of It's Your Girl, SaNdy. Take it from there. Take it from here.
Okay, Dupree, I'm so excited to be working with you on this demo. The title of tonight will be, dealing with unhealthy environments and how to cope with the environment that you're in. So my conversation will be something about, the people that we sit around, people who we let around us, and people who we allow to, become us. Sometimes we don't understand what we're going through, or we're doing, or how we're doing it. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just really have to understand what's best for you. If you don't understand what's best for you, then you would never know the people that's around you. Especially, you will never know who you are because you're letting just anybody around you. So why would you allow that? You know, sometimes sometimes we deal with people that we might love, but they're not good for us either. It could be mother, sister, brother, whoever it is, niece, nephew, grandmother, grandfather. It doesn't matter who it is. At the end of the day, we may feel insecluded. And when I say insecluded, I'm talking about we're not included. I'm talking about not feeling like you're a part of something. And that's okay too. That's okay too. But you know how you're going to deal with that? You have to deal with these things, and you got to separate yourself. Sometimes you got to get out of the situation and make things better for yourself. If you don't, then how much do you really love yourself? That's the question. How much do you really love yourself? Because if you're going to allow something to diminish who you are and lower your frequency and your own personal vibrations, you're going to lose. And you're never going to win. It doesn't make any sense. So why stick around that? Listen, this is what I learned. I learned that, and it took me a long time to learn it because I'm an older person now. I'm older. I had to learn that everybody is not for you, not even your kids. You understand? Not even your kids. You may have a kid, that you may have a child that may have came through you, but they're not for you either. But you can't get upset at that. You can't get mad because somebody don't like you. So what? As long as you like yourself, I like myself. As long as you like yourself, it doesn't matter who is coming around to be a default in your life. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Because they was never a subject anyway. You're the subject. So why not take care of yourself? Why not do things for you? Why not make sure that you're mentally happy and healthy? But again, like I said, there's people out there that could be related to you. You got your folks. They might make these comments. You may not understand why they're making these comments. Maybe you're moving weird, but then you're not moving weird. But then they don't understand why you're moving like that. So then that's something that they have to evaluate, not you. If you're moving a certain way because you feel like that, move like that. Don't ever stop what you're doing because somebody else feels some kind of way about you. No. You better move how you need to move and flow how you need to flow, because at the end of the day, when you ain't got nothing to prove, who got to prove for yourself? You. You got to prove it. Nobody's going to say nothing. People going to act like they know nothing about your situation. They knew it all. They knew it all except for you. You just had to wake up. But then after you woke, what you going to do? What you going to do? You better move on with your life. Better move on with your life. That's how it goes. And then the topic tonight is really unhealthy environments and how to cope. Unhealthy environments means anything. It could be work, it could be home, it could be a personal relationship, it could be friendships, it could be anything. It could be, the lady at the train station. It's just, whenever something is negative, it's just negative. You don't have to accept that. We don't have to accept being, mistreated. Why? Who said I gotta accept being mistreated? Nobody. Nobody. So why not accept not being mistreated at all and know how to treat yourself? You better know how to treat yourself, because treating yourself is the best thing in the world. It's better to treat yourself right than to allow somebody to mistreat you and you don't even know where you're going to stand at with them. And then that's another question. Why would I question myself being around you? So how you going to cope with that? You separate yourself. You have to leave that situation. It doesn't have nothing to do with you. Actually, it does. Has a lot to do with you and nothing to do with them. But being that we're so, our psychological is reversed and like our mindset, the way how people got us thinking in this world is where we think the opposite of what the opposite really is. So when somebody's not treating you right, you go out your way and you fight so hard for them to be right for you, but everything in the universe is showing you why they're not for you. So why are you fighting for them? You know, these are things that we have to learn. You know, these are things that sometimes we may not understand because of how we was bred up, because how we was brought up, because of what our mother told us. Oh, find a good man and make sure but who knows what's good for you? We don't know what's good for us until we find what's good for us or what we think was good for us. Nobody deserves nothing at the end of the day. Guess who deserves it all? You. You're the one who deserves to be in power and nobody else. And until you recognize that about yourself, you can always cry. You're going to always question yourself. You're going to always wonder why you is not in a place where you need to be. And guess what? That hurts the most when you have to question yourself. Why are you questioning yourself? Are you okay? Are you all right? I don't think so. Because if you was, then you would know you would know your place in this life, but you don't. You're questioning yourself. You're questioning yourself. But see, a person like me, I go through the same things. Sometimes I question myself. Sometimes I wonder why. Sometimes I'm like A, B, C, and D, whatever. I may cry, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, but you better know your worth. Because people will try to do things to keep you a certain way. You might feel insecure about yourself. And then yesterday you was fly as fuck. Yesterday you was fly. Yesterday you was feeling like you was $1,000,000. But then now today, because your brother feels some kind of way, now he making you feel like that. Is that fair? I don't think so. At all. Not at all. But just because they see something in you that you don't see in yourself, they will use that to their advantage. Why would you let somebody have so much power over you? Doesn't make any sense. Not to me. I would never. I remember I played that role. Somebody told me today, somebody was like, you know what? It's all a play, but I had a role. And it's true, because you know what? Including your friends would be like, yeah, girl, come on over. Yeah, guy, come on over. They don't like you at all. But guess what? You had a role to play. But you know what? Your role was to be quiet. Your role was to just listen. Your role was just not say nothing. Your role was to be like, I'm eyeballing, but I ain't saying, like, at the end of the day, you're supposed to know where you belong in life. If you don't, it's okay. Somebody will put you on. Somebody will put you on. But in between time, I know how it feels when you can't find people to put you on to anything. You be miserable. You be crying. You cry every night. You wondering why, your friends ain't right. Change your circle. Change your circle. Change your friends. Change the people who's not for you. And it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Because they may be upset, but guess what? It's for your own well-being. It's for your growth. You need to grow up. You have to grow. We all got to grow. At the end of the day, guess what? We all got to grow. I gotta grow. I cry all the time about things that I shouldn't be crying about. But you know why I cry about it? Because I need to cry about it. If I don't cry about it, then guess what? Later on, in maybe 10 years, I'm gonna be miserable. I'm not gonna be like that. The best thing for anybody to do is cry about what's hurting their hearts and their feelings, and then you move on. That's how you cope. You cope by letting things out, and you talk about it, and you be about it. That's just the bottom line. Otherwise than that, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Be miserable? Be mean to everybody because you ain't got your shit together? It don't go like that. No. Don't. No. Get your stuff right. But it's me, it's SaNdy. You talking to me. It's okay. You can come. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. I'm here, I'm open. I'll let you know what I'm feeling or what I'm hearing. And I will definitely be honest and real with you. Because that's just who I am. And if I need some advice from any of my followers, guess what? I'm going to listen to that because I asked, right? I asked. You have to be available to your inavailabilities because if you're not, you're going to lose. Again, you're going to be in a place where you're always questioning yourself and you just don't want to be there. You're going to be hurt. So what's going to happen? Ain't nobody going to care about your situation because you ain't care about yours to begin with. But coping and being in a situation where you shouldn't be in, that's two different things, but one and the same at the same time. So that means, okay, boom, you're in a place where you feel uncomfortable, people making comments, but then you still have the choice to move on. You can say, you know what? I'm not sticking around for this. That's you coping. It's you coping. You can say, you know what? I'm gonna buy me a shirt. That's you coping. You're coping. You're finding a way to get over the BS because people will always try. You know why they do that? Because they know who you are. You may not be equivalent with yourself, but the rest of everybody else could see you walking through the door and say, damn, she's shining bright like a diamond, but you don't even realize that for yourself. You're better. You're better. You're better. Because if you don't, you're going to lose every time. Just how it goes. Period. Nobody wants to ever see themselves in a place where they can't come up from. We always want to get up. You can't stay down. You got to get up. But at the end of the day, it's all up to the person that wants to make the change for themselves. Like I know y'all heard the term, you can lead the horse to the water, but it takes the horse to drink that water to help themselves. Or you ever heard this before? You could teach the man how to plant his food to eat, but is he going to plant it for himself to feed his family? Like these are things we need to understand because even though because you got a brother, doesn't mean you gotta take care of him. If he ain't shit, then he ain't shit. Fuck it. Excuse my French, but leave them like that. That's just what it is. You gotta take care of yourself, your mindset, your self-care, okay, your well-being. Make sure that what you do for you is for you. At the end of the day, if you gotta smudge, you gotta take a bath, you gotta burn some candles, you gotta do some incense, you would get your nails done, whatever. At the end of the day, you did it all for yourself. Guess who's gonna feel good about that? You're gonna feel good about that, not nobody else. It's all for you. So that's what dealing with environments that's unhealthy and coping. You just have to leave that situation and do things for yourself. Whether you have to go find you another place to live, it could be a room. Get you a room. Find something for somewhere for you to be just for a peace of mind. Even if it ain't that. Get your nails done. Get your hair done. Do your eyelashes. Do your eyebrows. Do something for yourself. Paint. Do something. Those are all coping mechanisms. All of it. Everything. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. I'm just leave y'all with this little note. I want y'all to think about it. and know what y'all gonna do for yourselves. Peace.